Alrighty dighty, hello and welcome back to Cinders, everyone. We have this choice here if we want to ask if we can go with Captain Perrault or go back home. And I mean, why would we want to go back home? I don't know. We'll go with Captain Perrault because we can. Sounds lovely indeed. Would you mind if I accompanied you? Hope it isn't too dangerous? Dangerous? Hardly. But are you sure? You said you just spent the afternoon walking about, and the patrol route is quite long. Don't worry about me. I'm stronger than I look. Besides, this is my last day of freedom. I'd rather make it last as long as possible. The big red... Lady Carmosa is coming back home tomorrow. I see. Now I understand the long face. Very well then. You may come with me. But be warned. I will not change or shorten the route if you're tired. It may not be the most demanding duty there is for a soldier, but it is a duty still. Oh, don't worry. I can be very militant if there's a need for it. Some of my witty ripostes and well-aimed grimaces could be classified as weaponry. Ha! I had no idea you're such a menace. I can only hope I won't end up arresting you for possession of lethal irony. Meh. I am ashamed to say I have failed miserably at this attempt at being a guard. What do you mean? Is something wrong? My feet are killing me, and I thought I had a chance at this line of work. You have walked almost the whole route already, and it seemed a fine patrolling job to me. The town is safe, calm, nothing happened on your watch. Isn't that what matters? Does anything dangerous ever happen on these routes? Because if so, I must admit I'm disappointed with our walk and its unfulfilled potential for adventure. Well, no. It's almost always uneventful. Then I really feel like I have accomplished something today. But if these patrols don't change anything, why do you do them? I did not say they changed nothing, Cinders. Maybe it is because of them that the town is peaceful. Maybe something will happen and the town is going to need me to be here. Good point. Like the kidnapping the other day. It was good you were around. Yes, but whatever happens or does not happen, these patrols are my duty, Cinders. Written generations ago to keep this town in order, so that is what I will do. Does your duty make every choice for you? It even dictates how you spend your evenings. One might think you have no clue what to do when duties are done. I did make one choice, to become a guard. I do accept my duties as they are a consequence of who I am. You don't seem to accept the concept of duty in general, though. It's fine. I mean, I can understand. From what you have told me about your house and its rules, you are bound to dislike your duties. Isn't that almost by definition? Duty is something you have to do, not want to do, not chosen. How can you like an obligation like that? That is how it is for you, as Carmosa took over your house and life. For me it's different. I have chosen and accepted my duties, or maybe chosen to accept them. I see the purpose of my duties, and I'm glad I can contribute to it. And if I can have a pleasant walk every evening as a means to uphold order in this town, is it really that bad? When it pours or snows, the pleasure must be doubled. Haha, okay, you've got me there. Though the town does look better when all the dirt and these clashing colors are covered by snow, or at least smudged by the rain in your eyes. So you honestly like protecting this sleepy, dirty town? I distinctly remember you saying that you miss the past, the times of battles. Where do your patrols fit into that? I do whatever is necessary. If the times demand I walk the town, that is what I will do. But yes, I do prefer the thrill of battle and times when heroism had its use. I can't figure you out, Captain. One minute you stop to show me a magnificent view of the evening mist over the lake that unfolds from the palace stairs. A minute later you admit killing is more preferable to you than such an evening stroll. I do prefer battle, but I certainly did not say I preferred it over this evening stroll in particular. Thank you. So you are a warrior? So are you a warrior or a poet? Or a killer poet, maybe? I would be an awful poet, I assure you. In fact, you may be right. My poetry would probably kill. So you're not even going to try? Oh, come on. Roses are red, violets are blue. If you break the law, then I'll kill you? As you can see, not a poet. But then again, why do you think killing and poetry exclude each other? That's child's way of thinking. I've seen cruel crooks that wrote delicate poetry, and not all warriors are mindless brutes. You're right, I'm sorry. That's okay, but please understand, I do not enjoy killing. What makes me feel good is the sense of proficiency at something, of being useful. I can see the value of freedom, but the notion of having a purpose is what works for me and makes me happy. It's nice to see someone content with where they are and what they do. Maybe the fact that I enjoy breaking the rules is caused by the fact that I myself am not. Ah, but I broke a rule by inviting you to go on a patrol with me, and I did enjoy it very much. I'm glad, and if I offended you by questioning your way of life, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude or nosy. By no means. There aren't many people I can talk to about such things. And how can you think things through if you don't let them be questioned? So thank you. Very good point. I was a bit skeptical beforehand about patrolling together. Now I regret we can't do that more often. Friendly, seductive, or uninterested? No, we're not doing seductive anywhere. We are doing friendly. Definitely not uninterested. I'm glad. And I might not be the master of my own time when Carmosa is around, but you are. At least when your duties allow it. We might not be able to stroll like this anytime soon, but if you'd like to talk, you're welcome to drop by anytime. Carmosa is bad, but I don't think she's rude enough to ask you to leave, nor does she have the nerve. So if you like, do come and visit. That's really nice of you, and I might just do that. I find talking to you very interesting and refreshing. I hope you won't mind me saying this. You are much more mature than your age should permit. Thank you. On a different note, I've noticed something today. When you and Madame Guide spoke earlier, you seemed quite familiar with each other. I owe her my life. Such an experience does bring people closer and creates a bond, maybe for life even. Really? What happened? Sounds like there's an interesting story behind it. I was just doing my duty. I led a small group against brigands terrorizing the forest, got separated while chasing their escaping leader. I got him eventually, but he managed to wound me. I lost consciousness there, in the middle of nowhere. Madame Guide was out searching for herbs when she found me. You could have bled to death! Yes, but Madame Guide took me to her hideout and nursed me back to health, and I will always be grateful for that. Sounds almost like a fairy tale. All that is missing is a romance and a they lived happily ever after ending. Well, at least part of that did happen, but it was no fairy tale, so we did not live happily ever after. This was a real story of bloodstains and pain, and... Wait! You were actually with Madame Guide? The wise and mysterious one? Romantically involved with the ominous witch of the woods? I'm sorry if I've spoiled the story and the characters for you, but I'm not a dark and brooding knight. Madame Guide is not an unearthly being. We are just human. We were just human. I know. I'm sorry for stereotyping again. It's just so hard to imagine Madame Guide in love. I don't think it was love. We were both lonely, and fate brought us together. Companionship might be a better word for it. I'm sorry if that offends you. Why would that be offensive? What? No, I guess I've never thought about Madame Guide as of someone that could be lonely, or with any other human weakness for that matter. She appears to be so strong. Okay, you've known her for like 2 days. You're talking as if you've known her for years. You've known her for 2 days. You literally have no concept of who she is in any way. Like, stop pretending that you do. What? She is strong, and a good woman, so it would be a shame to see the prejudice win and drive her away from yet another town. But what you said surprises me, really. Seeing just one side of her seems unfair as well. Plus, the two of you seem so alike in so many ways. Because you can never miss while comparing a woman to her former lover. I'm sorry. I told you I am no poet. Don't mention it. I actually do admire Madame Guide quite a bit. And I guess now I can see her in a different light. Both of you. A bit less mystery, a little more reality. That is just the way it is. I'm sorry. No, no, this is better. You're right. And I'm the one who is sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. You didn't. Now if you will excuse me, I have to go to the palace. The reporting duties call. Thank you for accompanying me. You are one of the most interesting and beautiful girls I have ever met. Can we see each other again and talk? Sure. Thank you. I've enjoyed this walk immensely too. I will try to arrange it so we can meet again. As difficult as it may prove. Oh, I believe you can accomplish anything if you want to. Thanks for the confidence. I look forward to meeting you again then. I really need to go. Goodbye, Cinders. Have a nice night. Oh, apparently something choice here. You too, Captain. Good night. Alright, let's go home and... yeah, have fun, I guess. Back to the same old. This feels almost like coming back to prison, out of my own will. After 2 such wonderful days of freedom, it's sad to know I need to go back to my ordinary life. There, out in the real world, I can meet amazing people, have actual friends. Here, I'm trapped behind Carmosa's plot, between Carmosa's plots and our poor daughter's bitterness. Sometimes I wonder, what if I were to vanish in the woods? Would anyone notice or care? Maybe that's the answer. Getting lost in the wilderness, befriending an uncivilized but noble tribe of rather short miners, becoming their princess. Okay, the word uncivilized is highly subjective from whatever culture you're from. So like, just stop. And spending the rest of my days being adored, praised, and... oh, get a grip on yourself, Cinders. Carmosa, along with that hairdo and strict rules of hers, is due to come back home tomorrow. If I'm to have any chance to change my life, I really should think of something, and soon. My feet are begging for mercy. I must have walked 12 miles today. Those are really good shoes I saw at the market, and pretty too. I sure could use new shoes like that. These old horrors are just a few steps away from falling apart, and they blister my heels and ankles. Still, it was worth the effort. The good captain, bless his honorable heart, seems genuinely interested in my humble person. And he seems like an interesting gentleman too. Looks really dashing in all those belts, I think. Besides, I always fancied scars and brooding disposition in a man. Okay. Whoa! Meanwhile at the palace. Hello. Alright, let's see if I can remember the prince's voice I gave him last time. You have summoned me, my prince? That I did. You came back a bit late tonight? Was there any trouble on your route? Not at all, my prince. Something has caught my attention. You must be wondering why I wanted to see you at this hour. Surely you have guessed it must be about something important. I will have to ask you to make an important decision, and I will not be expecting you to give me your answer right away. My lord? Let me explain, Perrault. As you know, we live in a time of transition, and my father's death changed many things. Being so close to our family, you are aware that the old king spent most of his days trying to compromise between extremes, a balance between order and freedom. With little success, despite his best wishes, all his life he remained an autocrat. That is why it has been my wish, my vision, to change the kingdom in such a way as to eliminate the need to compromise between freedom and order altogether. In other words, Perrault, I want reforms, but I am sure you know this. I do, my prince. I have known you long enough to be able to learn about the qualities of your character. I want to give the people a constitution, Perrault. I don't want them to be subjects. I want them to be citizens. I see. This will not make you more popular among the nobles, sire. If that's even possible. You are not a king yet, my lord, and there is some unrest among the nobles. I wouldn't announce your plans just yet. They make you an easy target. Yes, they do. That's exactly why I need your protection. You already have it. You know I'd give my life serving the crown. I am your sword and shield, my lord. Yes, my friend. I know that. But these are a different kind of enemies I am going to face during my reign. I will be giving people more freedom, but that means taking away some of the old precious order. The nobles won't stand for it. They will want my head. They wouldn't dare. Of course not. That will give me a reason to ask for their heads. They will not do anything openly. Do you understand now what I speak of, Pearl?
So you want me to spy for you?
It is the new battlefield, Captain. The theatre of war of all times. And the Crown needs you to be our champion.
Champion? But it isn't an honourable war. It's a war of lies.
It is a war of discretion and intelligence. Qualities I know you possess in abundance. Not to mention loyalty.
Forgive me, my lord. I don't want to come across as naive. I am simply not accustomed to all the subtleties of ruling. I am surprised. What will you require of me in this new service?
You would have to spend more time at the court. That much is certain. Keep your eyes and ears open, and of course, socialize much more. You would have to trade those blades of yours for our exquisite white gold cutlery, I'm afraid. And maybe do something about this outfit, all those belts.
I see. That is not exactly... This isn't...
I love how they all comment that he has a lot of belts in his outfit. You don't have to decide right away. Also, you do have a choice. I am not a tyrant after all. Should you choose to distance yourself from this lovely mess I am planning for the realm, you can leave your current service with honor and retire. Your patrolling duty is purely ceremonial nowadays, and the guards have their officers. As it is, your position at the court is a matter of empty traditionalism, nothing more.
You would send me away? To where?
Oh, I am certain there is some picturesque and lucrative strip of royal land left that I can make you a count of. How about Middle Hollow? Such a quaint little place. You deserve it.
That's simple? This is not very surprising. This is very surprising. It's strange. It's a strange thing to learn that you are not needed.
Rubbish, Perrault. The Crown needs you. I need you. This is precisely why I'm asking you to make your own decision. If I am to rule this realm, I have to learn to make difficult choices, and this is my first. I am not ordering you to become the new royal master spy. I am giving you a choice. Not only because I know that you wouldn't make a good agent serving me against your own will, but also because you are my friend, Perrault.
If that's the case, I reckon I'd prefer to be just a subject.
It will be enough, Captain. Let us not say things we will regret later.
Very well, my lord. Will this be all, my prince?
Yes, Captain. Give my proposal some thought. I would have your answer within the next few days. Now go. Or do you need a special invitation to get out of bed? Get up, get up!
Oh, what time is it?
Dawn already, and you need to get up right this instant. Dawn is not a reason to yell at someone. I'm not sure it's reason enough to get up so abruptly either. 2 days without supervision and you've gotten lazy already. Where would you be on your own, I wonder? Oh yes, do come in and spill your venom on me. Is there any actual reason for me to wake up at this hour, or is this just a social call on your part? Fine, don't get out of bed and see how it works for you. What do I care? This way it will be even more interesting. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm awake now. Would you please tell me what's going on? Carmosa's back. She wants us to gather in the hall. I'm wide awake enough now. You could have begun with that. Well, now you know. She brought a large package with her, and she looks like she means business, so hurry up. She always looks like she means business. I wonder what's in the package, though. What shape is it? Did it... Oh, just stop being nosy and hurry up, or we'll both be in trouble. If you were getting dressed instead of asking so many questions, you would already be seeing it for yourself. If you didn't stand there, yell at me, and stare, I would actually be in a position to get dressed. Fine, I'm leaving. Just hurry up. I'm really sorry. I got her as fast as... Wait, where's Carmosa? In her study. She said she didn't have time to wait for you forever. And you kept her waiting for quite some time. Oh no, we wouldn't want Carmosa's magnificent plans to be foiled just because of Cinders' laziness, would we? You might rethink your attitude. Mother wants to speak to you. I can't imagine how that is going to be a pleasant experience, considering. She said she wants to speak to me. Why? Well, actually, she wants to speak to each of us. You're just supposed to go first. Great. When I finally get to be the first at something, it's something I don't want. It's like receiving gifts. Good in principle, yet always disappointing in reality. Why would she want to speak to each of us? And why separately? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, stop complaining, you two. And you should hurry up and go, Sophia. Unless you feel the need to make Mother angrier, of course. I'm going. I certainly don't like this. Carmosa seems keen on interrogating us and getting every detail of what happened while she was gone. If you did what you were supposed to, you wouldn't need to be nervous right now. Just a thought. Of course, because everything is fair and honest around here. And I certainly won't get blamed for things I have no control over. I think you do enough on your own not to need any additional blame. Your constant rebelling should get most of Carmosa's attention. And how will Carmosa have an idea about who rebelled and what rebelling actually means, huh? You're not seriously suggesting that I would tell on you, are you? I'm trying so hard to do well here and take care of you two. And Sophia, she wouldn't just stab you in the back like that for no reason, would she now? Well, I certainly don't feel as safe as you describe. Okay, so my sister might have an interesting idea of fun. Exactly. She is twisted as a corkscrew and might say anything for reasons that escape a reason. I think you're much too fast to judge people. You know Sophia is not evil, and we sure as hell both know that living in this house can be hard, so... Sure, Sophia's a delicate little flower that means nobody no harm. She just defends herself when necessary. Sure, she's cynical at times, even vicious or cruel, and yes, speaking to her often resembles fencing. Thanks, that helps. But here's my point. She only does that when it's safe. She wouldn't stab you in the back or do anything against you where it counts. Just because Sophia's uttered some sharp comments about morality doesn't yet mean she actually grasps the concept, not to mention agreeing with it. I had no idea you could be so resentful and full of hate. What gives you the right to judge Sophia when you yourself are so cruel to her? What has gotten into you? You hardly ever talk to Sophia. When you do, one of you usually ends up in tears, and now you're defending her. I don't think I need to explain myself. I was just asking, but fine. Let's just wait for Sophia to come out and see what she has to say. Oh, I think I just gave her Sophia's voice. Nah. Well, it's not like we have many alternatives. I hate waiting. This shouldn't take long. Oh yeah, I was giving her Sophia's voice. Whoops. Carmosa is not someone to beat around the bush. True, she always gets to the point. No excuses, no diversions, no mercy. Let's just wait. And they waited. You're back! That was fast. Aren't you happy to see me? I'm fine. Sorry to disappoint you girls. So what was the talk about? You'll find out soon enough. It's your turn. I wouldn't keep Mother waiting if I were you. Alright, I'm off. Wish me luck. You might need it, so good luck, sister. Good luck. So, are you properly nervous yet? You know the experience will not be a pleasant one. Okay, apparently this is affected by some choice before. Okay. Do you always have to do this? After all this time... I'd be a fool to fall for these games of yours. Precisely why I keep them up. Just stop, please. I'm not going to indulge your weird need to quarrel and provoke someone until they offend or humiliate you. Oh yes, I forgot you know everything about me. And how wise of you not to indulge me in a conversation. I sure would like to see you try the same with Carmosa in a minute. And to think Gloria defended and spoke well of you just a second ago. She almost got me to believe in you. You shouldn't always believe what you hear. And you should hope Carmosa doesn't always believe either. Because Gloria should be speaking about you right now. I wonder what Gloria will tell. Aren't you worried? Oh, sorry, it was her. I wonder what Gloria will tell. Aren't you worried? I'm not sure. She seemed alright when we talked. Maybe a bit unsettled. I know my sister. She doesn't show emotion until Mother orders her to do it. On the inside she was raging. I think she might spill some of that into Mother's ears. The hell with that. These past few days reminded me of what freedom felt like. It was worth whatever punishment Carmosa might throw at me. You've either forgotten what Mother is capable of. Nothing is worth what she'll come out with to make you regret your actions. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? Alright. You're back. How was it? What do you mean? Well, was it, I don't know, unpleasant? Of course not. Why would it be? It was just a normal conversation. Normal for you, perhaps. Come on, Gloria. I can tell if it wasn't that smooth. Stop being so nosy and start asking proper questions. Did Carmosa tell you about her plans? In fact, she did. Of course she did. You earned that special place on her lap. Sophia, please. Shush now, Cinders. So what do you think of Mother's latest great plot? You would think she had learned not to expect the impossible of us. Or anything big, really. And maybe it's time to live up to her expectations. You're a grown-up now, Sophia. It's time for you to work on managing your responsibilities. You're hopeless. Some of us are simply not built for greatness. If only you focus on doing something useful half as often as you do on sharpening that vicious tongue. You must speak plainly. I don't understand complex sentences. So what are Carmosa's plans exactly? I'm sure she'll explain everything in a moment. No, hurry, don't keep her waiting. You know how angry she gets when someone's late. Oh yes, I feel like this is going to be quite an adventure. And I'm about to enter the beast's lair. And apparently that is also okay. Flower. You called me? Yes, I did. Come in and close the door. I'd like you to explain something to me. I have learned some very disturbing things about what has happened while I was gone. Apparently you discovered a new pastime, wandering about like some commoner, visiting who knows whom, going to who knows where. While my daughters take care of our home on my behalf, you are having long walks. This isn't simply improper, it's over selfish and irresponsible. I wasn't doing anything wrong. Frankly, it's a bit insulting to hear that my own sisters would speak of me in that way. Nothing bad happened. I'm back, am I not? I just wanted some, well, freedom, that's all. Freedom? What nonsense. No, girl, freedom has nothing to do with this. This is selfishness, plain and simple. And why do you need to make up such absurd excuses? Why can't you for once admit that you acted irresponsibly? Why not say I'm not the only person in the world and perhaps add something like I'm sorry too? Believe me, that would be a nice touch. Well, maybe my behavior is so imperfect because I don't have a good role model. Enough! I have no time for childish quarrels with insolent brats. We have an important matter to discuss. It has to do with my plans for our family. You gonna throw her out into the woods? 2 days from now, a grand ball will be taking place in the royal palace. Any royal business is very important, of course, but this particular ball will be very important even for His Royal Highness. It needs very careful preparations. And what matters here is that the ball is very near and there's little time left. It means that I will be expecting our entire family, and that means all of us, to give their best. By which I mean complete obedience, no questions, no dramas, no nonsense. This is much too important an event to be spoilt in such a silly way. Very well, and what is my part in this plan then? Will I be going to the ball as well, member of our family that I am? Don't be absurd. Royal affairs aren't your arena. I see. Then what is my arena, ma'am? Why, the house, of course. If everything goes smoothly, the ball should mark the point of our family coming back into high society. And that means one thing, guests. We will need combined effort to make the residence spotless, but your role in this will be crucial. Because we're doing the actual work here. I see, my lady. What would you also like me to hide in the wardrobe, or pretend I'm a statue when the guests come? Or maybe being a statue would pose too much of a competition for your charming and intelligent daughters? I understand your anger and your reasons, now you must understand mine. I put much time and effort into creating this opportunity for my daughters. I will not let them be upstaged by anyone. You may play all sanctimonious with me now, but either now or in 10 years you'll understand my perspective, and you will agree with my decision. Are you sure? Also, I don't see a single reason to yield to your complaints if all I get from you is recklessness and childish moods. Wait, does this mean that there is actually a way to be allowed to the ball from her? No. Start supporting the family, and maybe the family will do the same for you. You like to refer to all of us as family, but only if it means that I have to do something. Don't get melodramatic, girl. You sound like a bad novel. No, you sound like a bad novel, but sure. If I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to prepare even if I wanted to, I wouldn't be able to prepare 3 young ladies for the ball organized by the future king. Do you have an idea how much a decent dress costs these days? No, of course you don't. Well, how would she know when she's dressed in rags, and you never talk about money or prices, and you never let her go out into the world and actually see price tags? Should I mention I know about the money problem? Do it or better not. No, I feel like doing better not. That's kind of how we're playing it this time. Of course, how would buying a dress for the daughter of the rightful owner and head of the house be proper? Listen to me, girl, and listen good. I am the rightful owner of this house. And as unfortunate as it may be, your father, bless his soul eternal, is dead. No mother would put an orphan before her own children. I'm not just some orphan. And contrary to your real children, I'm not afraid to think and speak for myself. You're truly blind if you really can't see my potential and how useful I could be, also for you. Enough of this idle chatter. We have a very important task ahead of us and little time left. Since you're thinking so highly of yourself and your skills, why don't you show us your pragmatic side and start cleaning the house and helping with preparations? That's it? Do you really believe that's all I can be good at? Demons, snap out of that constant daydreaming, girl, and stop paying attention. Do you think that even if you were the lady of this house, you wouldn't need to keep it clean? Are you really selfish enough to believe that? Besides, the terrible burden of dusting and doing the dishes is minuscule in comparison with my responsibilities. Be grateful for having such a simple life. Oh yes, very great. Shush, not a word. Get the girls together and call the servants. Wait for me in the hall. I will bring you your orders in a moment. Wow, thanks. Several hours later. Finally, it's so clean you could possibly dine from it. I'm tired, but it's still better than washing all those dishes was. I hate doing dishes. She's been back for a little more than 1 hour, and here we are, scrubbing the floor on all fours. Cleaning the windows. Polishing silverware. Twice. And dusting everything. Did I mention doing the dishes? You might have. I hate that. Do you know what I hate? I hate the fact that I am here, while my dear, charming, and wise beyond her age wonder of a sister is upstairs. Plain little princess she will never be, and trying on that ridiculous dress Carmosa bought her. First of all, you never saw that dress, and second, who knows, maybe the prince will fall in love with her and you'll end up being the queen's sister? I doubt even that amount of noble blood can make a person fool enough to fall for Gloria. Although, maybe if she kept silent? You're terrible. Besides, for all we know, the prince could be a fool. Also, I don't know you cared about balls and dresses. Compared to this, I think I prefer the royal circus. What are you two blabbering about this time? Wondering why the hall isn't sparkling yet? Well, then stop talking it to work. This place has to be worthy of the emperor. You seem very confident that people will suddenly crave visits to our house, Mother, just because they will have met us at the ball. Will they be so taken by Gloria's charming sense of humor and my kind of sunny disposition? There goes my wonderful Sophia, always heavy as a storm cloud. Are you finished? Because his work has to be done. Also, frankly, dear, I've stopped paying attention to your theatrics a very long time ago. I'm sorry my acting isn't up to your standards, Mother. This ball is much more than just a meeting. It is a chance for all of us to get firm footing in this world, and heaven knows we could use some of that. I've waited for it far too long and invested much too much to let this chance slip. So stop whining and stop being serious about it. Or do you want to end up with no money and just a clothes on your back like Cinders here? Don't get your hopes too high. What did you say? Are you whispering in my presence? Nothing, Mother. Mother, where are you? I need you to see this. What is it again? There must have been a mistake, Mother. This dress isn't my size at all. It's too long. I'm sweeping the floor with my every move, and if I ever have to dance in it, I risk serious injury or worse. Wow, personally, I think you look very pretty, Gloria. Very pretty indeed. Have your fun at my expense. You love to see me like this, don't you? Yes, I think I'm beginning to like it too. Though the floors are already swept, I'm afraid. What is this? Demons, the man is clearly an amateur. I gave that crook all the numbers and made sure to get them right several times. I'm sorry, Mother, but I really can't go wearing this. What are we going to do? No reason to lose your head, Gloria. Perhaps visiting the tailor without you was a mistake after all. We can still salvage the situation. There's still time. Well, I'll go to the tailor tomorrow and make sure he gets it right this time. A trip to the tailor? How very entertaining. Stop whispering behind my back and try your dress on. You have to know if it fits. And you, Cinders, stop loitering and go get back to cleaning. Just great. Cinders, do the cleaning while we try on our new dresses. Sure, why don't we all relax and enjoy ourselves while Cinders scrubs the floors and halls? Oh, I can't believe I'm back to this again. Those past few days have been amazing. Now I know there's more to life than this, and not only in fairy tales. I need to change something instead of just bending to Carmosa's will and going back to what's called normal around here. How can I just forget about freedom now? Because let's be honest, Carmosa would never release me. She doesn't even consider me in her plans. I'm no one to her. What was that? Who would knock on my window at this hour? Some shady character it must be. Let's see. Well, you know what? Time is so up, and we're gonna save right there because Stepmother returns. Because it's fun. So we'll see in the next episode. Who is knocking on her window? Thank you for watching, and bye-bye. I'll see ya.